A movie has been released in the year 2024, Twister, which is a survival-based movie, so now let's move towards the story. In the beginning of the story, we see 5 scientist students, in which the lead is Kate, her boyfriend Jeb, Howie, Dorothy, and Praveen are their students. These people are students of climate accounting. They are making a video where Kate tells that she has made a liquid and they are going to release this liquid in the middle of the coming tornado. With the help of this chemical, they are going to stop the tornado. Now, we can stop the tornado after it comes a little closer. He stops because he is about to take the readings of the machines. Then, except for Howie, all the other people leave with the liquid towards the internet. Now, as soon as these people come near the tornado, they stop being able to see anything, but then they see the wind is so strong that the can behind them turns upside down. All these people get down from the car and open the gale, and all 4 of them sit in the car and start going back from there. We see that as soon as the tornado heats up, the whole liquid of that glass goes inside it, and those devices also get activated. But we see that instead of stopping, the tornado gets more intense. In fact, this tornado was not a small thing. On the other hand, it starts taking heavy readings, and he tells that the chemical has no effect on this tornado, and these people increase the speed of the car and start running away from there. Heavy things start hitting their car, but then a car flies and hits their car. Now all 4 of them run away from their car. They come out of the bridge and start falling under the bridge. Praveen gets trapped in the bridge and dies there, but some things come and scare him. Kate also gets pulled into that tornado. Now Kate and her boyfriend Jeb come up here, but the storm is so strong that Jeb also gets pulled into it and he also dies. Kate stops there holding on to an iron rod, and just like that, she alone survives. After a few hours, the tornado calms down, and there is only destruction everywhere. Kate is completely devastated. She or the weatherman had no idea that the tornado would be so big that it would engulf the entire city. Only Kate and Howie survived in this accident. Now 5 years have passed. Kate is working as a reporter in the weather department of New York. She has still not recovered from that shock. She has gone away from her home because her city reminds her of her friends. Now one day Howie comes to meet her in her office and tells Kate that I need your help in a project because his company has made a new tracking system with the help of which it can track the data very accurately. Can he tell everyone about the coming tornado? Kate says yes, and the very next day these people they leave for Homa, and on reaching there, Howie introduces him to his team. Meanwhile, a famous influencer Tyler also arrives there. He has brought his entire team with him. He is a strong chaser, that is, he goes into the middle of the storm, and as soon as the person who gave his information comes here, people start following him, and he starts selling his t-shirts to the people. Well, now Taylor goes to Kate and starts talking to her, although Kate was not interested in him and leaves from there. The same Dobie and Kate along with her team leave in the direction of tornado, but Taylor and his entire gang start chasing them. Then Taylor's truck passes by them, due to which Howie gets separated from his team. Now here, Howie and Kay. They reach Tonet, and after getting out of the car, Javi starts to turn on his machine, and then he sees Kate, who is watching Tonet, and because of this, her fear of the storm starts to surface and she asks Javi to go back, due to which these people leave their work there and go away. This also makes one a bit angry. We see Taylor's team having fun as they go into the middle of the tornado, and to stabilize the vehicle, Taylor drills underneath and secures the vehicle completely, after which he starts lighting firecrackers inside the tornado, and they start having a lot of fun, and are surprised to see this. It becomes evening, and they reach a nearby motel where Taylor and her entire team meet Kate. Kate starts talking to them. All the people in this team know a lot about tornadoes. Taylor herself is a great scientist. Kate is very shocked to hear this. The next day, we see that Javi meets a man named Marshall and shows him the destroyed property. Meanwhile, Taylor is trying to befriend Kate. After this, they come to know about another storm and both of them immediately leave. Now they see 2 different tornadoes in front of them. One was very strong, whereas the other was not so strong. Now the report, to get it, everyone starts going towards the strong tornado. Kate sees that the wind direction is changing, so she asks Howie to go towards the low-intensity tornado. At first he was doubtful, but on her insistence, Everyone goes there. They leave, and now we see Taylor's team. Instead of a tornado, a little wind comes there, and everything becomes calm. On the other hand, Kate's team has to face terrible and dangerous things. But this time, Kate is not afraid. There is the same Javi singing a song of his sports team, and she tells that we help the people trapped in the storm by selling t-shirts and our merchandise on the internet. This thing increases a lot of respect for Taylor in Kate's mind. While here, Javi he also brings along his investor who is introducing him to the people who lost their homes. This seems a little odd to Kate. Later that evening, when Kate returns to the motel, Taylor brings dinner for them and finally both of them become good friends and start talking at night. These people go to watch a bulldog match. During the match, a lot of wind starts blowing. Now both of them take people to a shop, but there was no basement there, so Kate takes the people of the shop to the shop. It starts going towards the pool in front, and there is a couple in it who sit in the car and start running away from there. But their car too gets stuck in the tonnet, and in no time the whole shop flies away. Kate, a child, and her mother gives her a place to hide at the bottom of the pool. The Taylor shop owner goes to get her who was trapped there, but the car trapped in the tornado falls on them, and the man also gets drowned in the storm. I am pulled in. Now after a few hours, this storm subsides, and here we see that Howie is again introducing his investor to the people. Now here Kate is confronting Howie. That is your investor taking the help of those people forcefully? Those who have lost their homes in the storm means you are taking advantage of people's weakness. This is wrong. But after hearing this, he gets angry at him and says that you should not talk about right and wrong. I have lost 3 of my friends because of your science project. Now after saying this, Howie immediately realizes his mistake and starts apologizing. But Kate feels very bad about this and she leaves from there and comes to her home, which was nearby. Now after many years, she has come to her home, so her mother is happy. Next day, Kate goes to her home. She is looking at her school project when Tarman Taylor comes there and tells her that he remembers who Kate is. He saw her in the news and tells her that you had no role in whatever happened to you. It was not a mistake. Well, now Kate, her mom, and Taylor all 3 have dinner. Now, the next day, Taylor asks Kate to work on her old project so that she can stop the tornadoes. But after hearing this, Kate gets completely broken because her friends were killed in the same project, and angrily, she asks Taylor to leave. Now in the evening, Taylor starts to return, but by then, Kate had changed her mind. She apologizes to him and asks him to wait because now she needs Taylor to work on the project. Then both of them start working on the project together. All their readings are correct, and like before, both of them take the chemicals and go to a tonnet, after which these people leave chemicals in the entire tornado. At first, the storm increases a lot, but slowly the tornado stops after a while. This was a big thing for Kate. She is very happy that finally her project is complete. He is successful. The same evening, Howie also comes and apologizes to him and says that he had adopted the wrong way to fund the project, and Kate also forgives him. After this, Kate and Taylor go back for chasing, but this time Taylor's whole team is involved, and on the way we see that Howie and his team also join in, but the storm grows so much that the road ahead becomes invisible. Howie's car also turns upside down, but then a storm breaks out nearby. There is a mill in which a very big explosion takes place, and blasts start happening there. Now somehow, Howie starts going back with his car. Now seeing this, Kate Taylor and her entire team also start going back towards the city because this storm was so severe that it could submerge the entire city. And then we see in the city that there was a stampede of people. Meanwhile, these 2 also reach there and tell the people to go and hide in the theater in front. Just then, a tram arrives. She collides with Taylor and her leg gets stuck underneath it, and the water tank is about to fall on them, but then Howie comes and frees Taylor. Then all 3 of them go and hide in the theater, but the entire theater is destroyed. The roof is blown off and some people get trapped in the tornado. Seeing this, Kate takes Taylor's car without telling anyone and sets out to make her experiment successful, and we see that with great difficulty, she reaches the tornado and the car. After securing the machine, she turns it on, and within no time, all the chemical gets absorbed in the tornado, causing a lot of noise in the sky above. The disturbance starts and its intensity increases even more, but Taylor somehow survives in it. Here, when the chemical is completely absorbed, the speed of the tornado starts slowing down, and we see that after a few minutes, everything becomes calm. Now there is no danger. After seeing this, everyone starts coming to Kate, whose truck was overturned. Kate somehow comes out, after which everyone comes there and starts cheering her. Now after a few days, we see then Howie comes to drop her back to the airport because she was going back to New York to get funding for her research. Taylor was missing her a lot, but then they get to know that her flight has been delayed. Seeing this, Taylor takes Kate with her. It goes back, and then we are told that Taylor and Howie are also working on the same project, and the story ends here. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.